Hey guys, welcome to the show. Today I have a great friend of mine. She's hilarious. Her name is Marina Quintero. She's a stand-up comedian and a comedy writer who is killing it in Los Angeles. I am so excited for you guys to meet her and to get inspired by her story. So Marina, you are, I think, hilarious.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You as well.
Thank you. I try. When did you realize you were funny?
That's funny.
Exactly.
When did I realize I was funny? I guess as a kid, I don't know. You know what's funny is I feel like I come from a really funny family. Like everybody in my family is funny.
You guys knee slapping and foot stomping around the kitchen.
Yeah,
and stuff?
just being weirdos. We're a bunch of weirdos. For me, I guess when I was in middle school, I had this best friend at the time. Her and her family thought I was the funniest person ever, and they would pull me out when there was a party and have me retell a story that I told before, and I would get really into it, and I always acted things out. And I think it was that was the beginning of me realizing that I was someone who liked to perform,
right?
In a sense,
And you to feed off the audience. You saw the audience was laughing,
yes,
the stories,
and be engaged, and I loved it. I was a little ham, and I guess that's where it started for me. It was just kind of realizing that people were dance, monkey dance,
you were just shucking and jiving.
Yeah,
right.
And so that I was okay.
Now, did you grow up doing theater, or did you grow up doing any talent shows, or anything like that?
I didn't grow up doing it, but I always had kind of skirted around it in different ways. I was on drill team. I was in sports. I always to be in front of an audience and be doing something, and acting is doing,
Absolutely.
And I guess when I got to high school, I loved to sing. That was one thing, is I loved singing.
You sing?
Yes.
I
not
that.
Amazingly, but
okay. I can see all over your face. You have a passion for entertaining, making people laugh, smiling.
Right.
Because that's one thing about you that I can always say that every time I run into you, which we've run into each other at auditions.
Black people
meet. This is great. But you ain't even black, but that's okay.
I know. I'm shh. Why do you?
But you got that curly hair.
Out me. I was I have my hoops on. I was hey y'all, what's up? Sorry I'm late.
On that CT time. But I didn't book it. Did you book it? Because I didn't get it either. No, okay. But I remember we run into each other at, seeing Hollywood stuff, and I love seeing you, and you always put a smile on my face. No matter how nervous I am.
Well, I always have fun with you, though.
Oh, I think
you're fun to play with.
As well with you.
Yeah.
And I think that you being a singer, not that that's not.
Don't ever say that in front of people. Please.
I feel like that probably wasn't the way you were supposed to go. I think you doing the comedy route, I think is perfect for you. Yeah. Your stand-up, I know you're absolutely hilarious, and the fact that you.
Thank you.
You talk about real stuff. You talk about yourself. You're not embarrassed to say.
I'm broke.
Cheers. Yeah. Can we cheers to that?
A bitch is broke.
Hey, get the broke bitches.
Right.
Or that you're single.
I'm single. I guess that's where I'm at right now in my life. In terms of my emotional life,
right.
This is I'm just embracing being single. And someone actually told me the other day, they're Marina, you're addicted to being single. And I was oh my god, maybe you're right.
What's wrong with that?
I don't see anything wrong with it.
Do you gain weight from being single? Do you have to
maybe.
Maybe
all the drinks, all the lonely bottles of wine.
But
that never happened.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than going out, right? Netflix and chill.
No, absolutely. Yeah. I just like being able to do what I want to do whenever I want to do it. I don't have to check in with anybody at all ever and be hey, is this cool? Or do you want to come? And that kind of stuff I don't have to worry about, and I like that. You know, my time is my time.
No.
I choose to do whatever I want.
Here's my thing. You don't have any reason to not be selfish, so why not be selfish?
Right.
Why not do what you want to do? Why not do what Marina wants to do? And I don't see anything wrong with that.
Drink. At 8 a.m., no big deal.
What's wrong with that? Who are you hurting? Goals. I love it. So tell me, speaking of goals, what are you doing right now? You said you were doing writing for comedy, right?
Right now, yes. Right now, I'm working on a pilot.
Okay.
And my agenda as a writer, as a TV writer, is to write for women and ethnic people.
Love it.
I just feel there's just not enough out there. I feel being an LA native and growing up in this environment, I grew up, my next door neighbor was my best friend, in the apartment building growing up, and she was Chinese.
Right.
You know, like we had Black people, Mexican people, like all these different like cultures, Indian, but I never see that reflected on TV.
I mean, even growing up, can you think of any real funny women that you really saw on television that looked like you?
No.
Exactly.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
that's like as close as
that's pretty much all I can really think of too, and that's sad.
Yeah,
that's really sad.
It is. It's unfortunate. I mean, and now we have like, you know, someone told me, okay, I asked somebody the other day, one of the bartenders at work, and I said, if they were to make a movie about you and your life, who would you want to play you?
Oh wow.
So who would you want to play you?
God, Aisha Tyler.
Okay.
I think that's probably the only person I can think of, though, because she's a Black female that does comedy.
Right. Okay.
Well, who would you pick to play you?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Who? I mean, there's maybe 4 or 5 actresses in Hollywood right now, Latinas, right?
Right.
Like Salma Hayek.
Yep.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
Eva Mendes?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah. And I mean, and how many of those girls have curly hair?
None.
How many of those girls actually look like me?
None.
Resemble me? None.
No.
Jennifer Lopez? No. You know? And
you're
I just
so
think
right. None of them have.
There's such a limited pool, but there really isn't. Like, there's plenty of Latina actresses out there trying to make it, but there's only 3 roles a year that anyone's gonna get, and guess who's gonna get them? Everyone who's already.
But I love the fact that you're trying to make your own lane. You're like, okay, Hollywood, you want to close this door, you want to close that door, I'm gonna open a window.
Yeah,
I'm gonna climb my own way, and I love that.
Absolutely. I think it's important that we remember, like, we can give ourselves jobs.
Absolutely.
We can empower ourselves to write for ourselves. You know, and that's what really got me into doing stand-up. I was trying to work on this writing thing and kind of finding different ways to hone my voice as a female and as a comedian. And I just had to just do it myself.
Marina, it was so wonderful having you as a guest today. I think you are such an inspiration for so many people, not just people who want to be stand-up comedians or people who want to get into comedy writing, but just people who want to try something new that they're passionate about. Yeah. Do you have any last words that you want to give to anyone out there who, in particular, wants to try stand-up or wants to try the comedy writing?
I would just say, just go for it. You know, this is what I say to people. Like, you know how some people say, like, when bad things happen to them, they're like, why me, Lord? Or why me? If you flip that, why not you? Why couldn't you be the next big thing? Why are you gonna stand in your own way? You know what I mean? Don't say no to you. Plenty of people say no to you. Don't say no to yourself. Do it, try it. What's the worst that can happen?
It's basically turning something negative into a positive.
Absolutely.
So it's almost like taking that fear and just saying, you're never going to know if you don't try it.
Why not me? Why can't I make it?
Thank you so much, Marina. I love that. I look forward to seeing your next show. You perform all over LA. Tell everyone your handles for Twitter, Facebook, Instagram.
Sure. Follow me on Twitter at Marina Quint, MarinaQuint. And then I'm on Instagram, but I don't post that much, so I'm sorry. And that's at Marina Quinn, just Quin.
Perfect. And look for Marina. She performs at the Federal Bar in North Hollywood.
You could be my 128th follower on Twitter.
Is there a prize for that person?
Yes. I will tweet something for you.
Perfect. Marina, thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing you in your next stand-up show.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Cheers.
Cheers. Thank you for coming so much.
Of course.